We have to get on our own resources in America. If we do, we can cut out 60% of OPEC oil.
Oil, natural gas, wind, water, solar, nuclear, industries of energy.
We've got fantastic opportunities to use new technologies to secure the American people and at the same time be better stewards of the environment.
You have questions, we have answers.
Listen carefully.
You can't really be against hydrofracking and say you're an environmentalist because immediately the default options are fuels that are much less clean.
For the next hour, Shawn Wilson explores the energy industry with news and interviews from around the corner and around the globe.
Nuclear is one of the directions that we should innovate in.
The Exploring Energy Show begins now.
A very, very good Tuesday morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. Shawn Wilson. I'm going to introduce our guest here in just a few moments. But first of all, here's what's on the menu at Elk City Meals on Wheels on this January 6th, the day that the United States government staged a resurrection to basically cover up a false and illegal election. But that's my opinion. Today, ham and beans, home fries, cornbread, and blueberry dump cake. That's what's on the menu today. Nice. Open from 11 to 1 Monday through Friday. Located at 1510 West 9th Street. And call in your order, 225-5821. Again, if you can throw them a few extra dollars, it's a great program. We need to get in behind it. Senior Citizens meals, just $7. That includes the tax, the drink, the dessert, the whole deal. Regular meals, just $8. Again, today, ham and beans, home fries, cornbread, and blueberry dump cake. Friends of the Carnegie Library still bringing you free books right to your door. If you'd like to have those books delivered to you here in the Elk City area, the Carnegie Caravan can do it. Call them at 225-0136, 225-0136. And if you're having trouble reading regular print, call them and ask them about their free program that can help with that. Okay, get up here and look at this right here. Here's some energy stock prices to start the show. West Texas Intermediate up 45 cents, trading at $58.77 on a January contract per barrel out of New York City. New York Mercantile Exchange. Brent crude oil in the Irish Futures Exchange out of London up 48 cents, trading at $62.24 a barrel. It's a February contract out of London. Tocom crude oil out of Tokyo up 360 yen per kiloliter, and New York Mercantile Exchange natural gas down 14 cents, trading at $3.38 per million BTU. Our Bob gasoline up $1.04 to $173.04 per U.S. gallon. For a metric ton. Heating oil up $1.55 to $12.73, and gas oil on a December contract, New York Mercantile Exchange down $2.25, trading at $621 per metric ton. Well, very quickly, the Oklahoma Corporation Commission terminates another top-level officer. Man, they're cleaning house up there. House cleaning by the Oklahoma Corporation Commission swept another employee out the door this week, just less than a week after the commissioners fired Director of Administration Brandy Reith. On Monday, Trey Davis, Chief of Communications and Operations Officer, was also terminated from his position at the commission. No formal announcement was made, and one unofficial report indicated Davis came to work and found his personal office items in a box. Yikes. He was told his services were no longer needed. No spokesman for the commission was available late Monday to offer an explanation for the ouster of Davis. However, it is known he was a close working associate with Reith, who was terminated last week with no public explanation by the three commissioners. The termination of Davis came 2 weeks after he made a lengthy Facebook post praising the Corporation Commission and its employees for being ranked in the Oklahomans' 2025 top workplaces in Oklahoma. So, sorry about it. Man, just show up and all your stuff's in a box. Well, at least they gave him a box, for crying out loud.
They got the box for free.
They got the box. We'll fire up this number 2 camera here and get our guest, E.J. Redbeard Gredeman.
Hey, man.
Hey, glad to have you, man.
Yeah.
Things going pretty good for you, other than having to move all your belongings in 28 hours.
We're tired, Sean. We're tired. It's been a long few
and
days.
You don't realize how much stuff you accumulate till you go moving every living stick of it.
No, and it's kind of incredible. Me and my fiance moved out of a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house and moved into a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom house, and it's already full.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Well, with 4 kids, that'll happen, man.
it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know where it's all coming from.
Well, I know that you got through Christmas, got through New Year's.
Got through it.
Starting out another new year.
Yeah.
How are things going in the equipment rental business, man?
They're doing good. We've had a couple really solid months here. November, December looked really good. Start of the year starting to look really, promising. I don't want to say good yet. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. But we've got a lot of big things that are opening up. A lot of new customers that are calling, needing quotes, needing to know availabilities and things like that. Needing a contact, more or less, is what they're doing. They want to have somebody that they can call and be like, hey, I need this now. Can you make it happen?
Right.
We will. But, yeah, they just need somebody to talk to about it.
We got some big projects going on, but, you and I are visiting, and sometimes you get these customers that are at these, lack for a better word, a podunk town, you know, and one of them heard about you on the radio, for crying out loud.
Yeah, and I've actually had a couple of those. I had one just the other day, and he knew that I was going to be on today. I don't know where his little birdie was, but
nice.
He said, hey, word on the block because you're going to be on the radio tomorrow. I said, yeah. He said, well, I listen to you every once in a while. I try to follow it. And it's like, you and Shawn sound like you have a good time. You know what you're talking about. I like listening to you guys. I said, well, Shawn's been doing it for, 65 years.
Yeah, you know it, brother.
But I try to enjoy time on there, yeah. So, it's obviously the outreach that we were looking for, and I enjoy it. I love hearing that whenever somebody calls me for the first time, or they call the store. I think I've told you before, and Jeremy sees it, Bart sees it, Blake sees it a lot because he's the one answering the phones. But getting on here, people are listening. They might not be listening intently, but they've got it on. This is the station that everybody's got it on out here.
Top of the mind awareness, man.
Exactly. And if you just keep hearing it and hearing it and hearing it, you're bound to call whenever you need something, which is what we're looking for, and we're glad to have it.
Well, honestly, until, our partnership here at the station, I had no idea what ASCO did. Yeah. I saw when they moved in out there where United Rentals used to be, I'm like, oh, okay, ASCO equipment. And I went in there and threw my business card down, and basically talked to them a little bit. I'm not your sales rep, but the more and the more I learned about ASCO. In fact, when I first when you guys first came on the show and I got my information sheet and I started looking about what ASCO really did and how they really do it, I was just, I'm floored by it. And it's it's just amazing that we have got one of the 27 locations right here in Elk City.
Right in Elk City. Yeah. The way that they run their organization is different than any company, honestly, that I've ever worked for. And I've worked for a lot of different facets and a lot of different things. Marketing, retail, oil field, everywhere.
Sure.
It's just different. There's more care to the everyday, monotonous things.
To the employees and the customers.
Exactly. We don't take anything for granted. We get a phone call, and say that phone call is you not needing anything from us at all. But we're going to treat that phone call as it's our last phone call, the world's ending.
Right.
We need to talk to you. You know what I mean? We're not just going to blow it off. We're not going to just whatever. I've got people that I've saved in my phone that I've talked to once and only once. They didn't rent anything, but I made sure to save their number in my phone. That way, if they did call me, I can pick up the phone and say, hey, John, how are you?
Yeah.
How you been?
What's
You know
up?
what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a different level of we care about what you're needing and supplying you with that.
Starts at the top, man. A family owned, the Key family, and like you said, they're out there, they're tying down equipment to trailers. They're taking phone calls, and like you said earlier, when you can call the owner of the company or one of the upper level people, and they answer the phone, and you know that they truly care about what you have to say and will truly do something within their power to get
help.
whatever it is you need to help.
Yeah.
It makes a totally different situation when you're dealing with customers, because when you get treated like that from the ownership, and then you just take that and perpetuate that into the customers. And, I can speak for myself, and, a lot of people out there listening, you can tell when a company cares about your business or when they are like, hey, next.
Exactly.
Next.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And so what a great thing that ASCO brings to equipment rental and equipment sales.
Yeah, it's few and far between, I've learned now, that you see a salesman or a rental salesman or whoever showing up to your job site after you've already rented from them or calling you to check in or anything like that. And that's from feedback from customers telling me that.
Right.
I'll show up on a job site. They don't even have anything that they've rented from me. They're not even a customer of mine yet, but I've stopped by before just to check in. Hey, how's your equipment running? The stuff that you own, do you need any parts? Do you need any service? Is there anything that I can check out for you while I'm up here? I was in the area. That is few and far between with a lot of these customers, and they really enjoy it. I mean, I've heard multiple times, there's no rental salesman that shows up on job sites. So, well, I'm standing in front of you. I'm here.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're renting from me. I just want to make sure that what you've got running is running so you can get this job done. Move on to the next one.
We're visiting with E.J. Gredeman. He's with ASCO Equipment, ASCOEQ.com, online right out here on 20th Street in Elk City. We're going to continue our visit with this young man as we will continue with the Tuesday edition of the Exploring Energy Radio Show right after this.
This is the Exploring Energy Show.
You know why people like going out to eat? It's a little treat for them. They get to leave the house and go somewhere else and have somebody else cook the food and serve it to them and clean up afterward. All you got to do is pay and leave.
I know a lady that makes it at Janice's Cafe. We go out there and eat all the time. You know why? It's not at home, and it's better than what we cook. You know, one of my favorite things to eat at Janice's Cafe? The catfish. It's good. It's got the crispy breading. Oh, it's like they made it with love, with a little bit more love on top of it.
Bacon cheeseburger.
Best bacon cheeseburger in the business. Name another one.
Mushroom and Swiss.
Best mushroom burger there is ever. Janice's Cafe can make all those burgers for. Of course, they got burgers. They got the best burgers you can have.
Do you think more people drink sweet tea or unsweet tea?
Well, you know what I am.
Half and half.
Half sweet, half unsweet. Janice is located on the south side of Elk City, where you go into the movie theater, right there next to Arby's. You'll be able to find it because there's a big old sign up there that says Janice's Cafe.
Timber, Oklahoma is your safe and reliable expert tree care service. At Timber, we provide professional tree trimming and removal with a focus on safety, quality, and clear communication. With over 10 years of experience and certified in the Electrical Hazards Awareness Program, our crews provide tree trimming and removal, storm damage cleanup, utility line clearance. Call Timber today at 580-732-3400 or see us online at www.timberokla.com or email us at customercare@timberokla.com.
Craving a real steak? Fred's Steakhouse in Elk City is firing up flavors 7 days a week. The grill is always hot and the steaks are always fresh. From juicy char-grilled ribeyes, fillets, and sirloins to chicken fried steak, hearty burgers, seafood, and chicken, there's something for everyone. Don't forget the appetizers, salads, and desserts to top it off. Bring your appetite. We'll handle the rest. Dine in or order online now on the DoorDash app. It's more than just a steakhouse. It's Fred's.
Killoffer Flooring Center, right on the corner, right on the price. Corner of 6th and Main, downtown Elk City, Oklahoma.
This is the Exploring Energy Show.
Okie dokie. This show brought to you in part by American Hose and Supply. If you're to keep making money, your equipment, your machinery has to keep running. Smallest pinhole can knock down the largest piece of equipment. American Hose and Supply, they're there ready to help you get up and going and making that money. American Hose and Supply, they can build hoses. They can custom make hoses with the right ends on them, the right lengths, the right pressure rating, high pressure, low pressure, discharge, suction. It doesn't make any difference. Go to those who know hose. Call them at 303-1123. American Hose and Supply inside the Camrock building next to Fred's Steakhouse in Elk City. Again, 303-1123. And right there in Camrock, farmers use a lot of oil every season. Oilfield companies, rental companies use a lot of oil all the time. Camrock's oil is the same specification, lubricates the exact same as the designer brands, but costs a lot less. Don't pay for the name on the side of that can. Pay for the oil that's in there and get it cheaper at Camrock. Folks who use a lot of oil save a lot of money with Camrock. Camrock Supply on South Main Street in Elk City next to Fred's Steakhouse. It's CamrockSupply.com. C-A-M-Rock, CamrockSupply.com. Locations in Elk City, Oklahoma City, Midland, Texas, Ulysses, Kansas, Local guys with local ties just doing business with their community. Speaking of business, we'll get back to the business at hand here. Visiting with EJ Gredeman. And EJ, I think one of the other things that is really impressive about ASCO, and that is the quality of care of the equipment. So much so that they employ over 200 factory-trained reps and technicians, 140 field service trucks, $21 million worth of parts. You've got to have equipment that runs. So, you know, a lot of people, they can rent you a piece of equipment. How well can they maintain that equipment? Or if they come out to your job and do your equipment maintenance?
Yeah.
That, I think, is a big factor that sets ASCO apart, that they knew not only do people want good equipment, they want equipment that has been serviced.
Yeah, and how can they prove to you that they've been servicing that piece of equipment?
Right.
I mean, everything that comes into our yard, our techs go through on a check sheet. They check every bell and whistle on it. That checklist that they've got gets automatically filed into our system by our service writer, Adrian, and they get a green tag on it saying, hey, my name, I service this, I fix this, whatever is on that machine whenever you get that machine.
That 580 backhoe, it's got a maintenance life.
Yeah.
And that can be traced.
It can be traced. You can trace it.
Yeah, especially if somebody's wanting to try to upgrade their piece of equipment or buy a used piece of equipment from ASCO. These are big-time things.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you go out to buy a used car and they can sit there and show you, okay, here's every service date, here's everything that's ever been done to that car, how often, it gives you a peace of mind.
It does.
And when you're talking about a piece of equipment, having that information right there has got to be a deal maker.
For sure. I mean, being able to see what, if there is anything that consistently goes wrong, if there is anything that consistently happens, or what the last service date was, or how well has it been upkept while it's been here, or while it's been in rental, or any damages. I mean, if you're able to go back and see that with my service guy, with the sales guy, I mean, whatever, if somebody can sit there and show you, hey, on April 15th, we replaced this. On October 10th, we replaced this. I mean, it kind of shows you the lifespan of that machine and what it's been doing since we got it. We don't, I mean, if you're buying something out of the rental fleet, the only people that have owned that machine are us. We're not buying used machines to go put in our rental fleet. Our rental fleet is all started brand new, and it sat there brand new.
Stuff.
It sat there brand new, and no one bought it. So then we decided, hey, we're going to refill this order. Let's just put this in the rental fleet. Nothing that we buy that we're going to hand to a customer rental is going to be bought from an auction, bought from another company.
That you have no history with. Right.
No, we are the dedicated dealer. We buy these from the manufacturer. They will sit there in sales. If nobody buys it, they will get rolled over into rental, and now they're mine. And now they're yours at 5 hours on a brand new rental machine that has been serviced every however long it needs to be serviced. The 500-hour mark. I mean, if they're just sitting there, they're not doing nothing, but we're still going to check them. You know what I mean? It's not like they're just going to sit there and collect dust for the next year. They're going to get pulled in. They're going to get regularly checked. I mean, my service guys, they have 3 or 4 trainings a year. I know they've got one coming up, and they are constantly, every time I go back there, if they're not working on a piece of machinery, they're on their laptop because there is a new system or there's a new lesson or something on a different type of machine, on a hose, on a something, and they're all back there watching the video, taking the test all the time.
Because even equipment, the technology
changes constantly.
Constantly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not your grandpa's farm all tractor.
No, it's not it won't start kicking real hard and maybe it'll start next time. No, that's not what it is.
Crank the front.
Yeah.
We had a couple of old tractors where a John Deere 60, and if the starter wasn't working on it, you had the old crank you put in the front, and boy, you got to be careful. Those things break your arm. And Grandpa's Seed Farm All was the same way, but so that constantly changes too. Some of this equipment, you get in them and you feel like you're in a NASA cockpit. I mean it's just so
it's crazy.
You know, and they've got the armrests right where you need them. I mean, it is crazy how far it's come.
It's comfortable in a lot of these pieces of machinery. I mean, it's just they're building it. Yes, they build it to get the job done, and there are still those bare bones. I know there's those guys that are like, I don't need comfort. I just need to get it done. I don't need. I get that, but they're building them more kind of geared towards the operator, the guy that's in it. How comfortable are you sitting in this for 12, 14 hours a day?
How adjustable is it to a heavy guy, a skinny guy, a tall guy, a short guy?
Exactly.
You know,
yeah.
those adjustments make a big difference.
Yeah. How can we make your work day more comfortable? Really how they're gearing a lot of these machines, especially the bigger machines, our loaders and our dozers and things like that. The seats are getting upgraded. I mean, they're just constantly changing with more comfort. And I mean, it's pretty incredible.
What's incredible is, you know, I guess when I first started talking about field service trucks with ASCO, I was thinking about, you know, a 3/4 ton truck. Man, I saw one of the ASCO service
Did you
trucks.
see it? Yeah.
And I'm like, it looked like it was like a 2-ton truck, you know, and it had a big crane on it. It had just multiple boxes. It was a big truck,
Yeah.
you know. So these things are
it's a
the
Haas.
real deal.
It's a Haas.
Are they all like that? I mean,
they're not all like that. They vary. So Claudio's got a smaller, I think it's a 3/4 ton flatbed. I mean, he's got toolboxes on each side. It's your normal service truck that you would think of. Daniel's got a little bit bigger. I think he's got like an F350, something like that. I can't remember what the actual brand is, but it's a little bit bigger. It's got more space. He's got a lot more stuff in there. And then Jacob's the one driving that great big one that you've seen. It's got that crane on it. I mean, we just have those different varieties of trucks for different jobs.
Send out what you need.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're not killing a field mouse with a 12 gauge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know
we're
exactly what you're
We
saying.
don't need to send out Jacob's giant crane truck if we're changing a filter on your skid steer.
Right.
I mean, it's one of those things. But yeah, we've got them in all shapes and sizes, and they're all kitted. I mean, loaded to the nines to do whatever we need to do.
You know, the diagnostic things now, I mean, it's like all these cars, you know, they got a chip. You plug in a deal, and it tells you exactly where the error codes are. And if you don't know how many error codes you have, take your vehicle in to have it oil changed, and they'll tell you.
They'll tell you.
But I'm just saying, and equipment is starting to become like that.
It really is. There's a lot of that. I mean, we've got a lot of those systems. We'll run into one or two where it's like, hey, we don't have that program. Well, then we make a phone call and we have it the next day.
Right.
I mean, we're going to do it. It's just a matter of, hey, do we have it on hand right now? If not, we're going to go back to the shop. We're going to get it fixed. We're going to come back out here kind of thing. But a lot of those are going to, you plug it in and it reads your error code out for you and says, hey, it's a def line 2 or it's a fuel line, whatever. So then you kind of know where to go. It quickens the process of getting the customer back up and running.
You know, the little sensors and that, you know, and those are more and more important than what people realize, because those are the things that let you know that, hey, listen, you're low on oil. Your temperature is out of range. Your pressure is out of range, and getting those things up and going. But you know, ASCO has built themselves since 1960. You know, I love that they're operating under the core values of honoring God as first. You know, that is so cool. Developing people and skills and those. But you know, the other thing is you don't just get the flag from Case Construction, Genie, Bobcat, these big companies that you guys rep for. You don't get those flags willy-nilly. I mean,
no,
they only crawl in bed with those that are doing the right thing.
Yeah, they really do. They take care of it, and they're not going to just be a dealer with anybody.
Right.
I mean, you've got to have kind of the pedigree, the background, they've got to be able to
proven
see
results,
your numbers.
Trust,
Exactly.
Yeah.
They've got to be able to see what you're doing with their equipment. They got to be able to see how you're taking care of it, how you're treating the customers behind it. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, your Case, your Genie, your JLG, yeah, they're big corporations that just build machines. They're building machines for a customer. At the end of the day, it just goes through. We're the middleman, really.
Right.
I mean, it's going to the customer. Whether they're satisfied with it is what JLG and Kate, that's what they're worried about. And if we can make their experience better, it just looks better on our side to the guys that we're getting this equipment from.
It's amazing. Amazing stuff. We're at the bottom of the hour. We'll continue. We're going to talk about some of the projects you got going on around here. We're visiting with E.J. Gredeman. He's on the equipment rental side with ASCO, ASCO, ASCOEQ.com online. ASCO Equipment out here on West 20th Street. Oh, it's 513, I think?
Yeah, 513.
I don't have my paper in front of me. But anyway, we're going to continue our visit with our featured guest, ASCO Equipment, E.J. Gredeman, right after this.
Stay informed with the latest news from the energy industry on the Exploring Energy Show.
did the Veterans Monument in Oklahoma City. At the time we did it, they didn't want any names on it. They were just doing the different wars in bronze panels on granite. 20 years later, they decide they want all the veterans' names on the back of the monument. Well, there's no way to engrave it, so they wanted to put bronze names on there. And we said, you can't, that won't work well. They ended up finding someone that would put the bronze names on there, and then they started kind of popping off and everything. So then they called us to go in and see how we could clad it and get the names on it after the fact. So there's just things that come up in the granite industry where you have to investigate and figure out how to fix it or create it. Some things you just won't do, but there's projects that are nice out there that not everybody will have a hand in, will want to have a hand. Willis Granite Products. Our website is willisgranite.com.
Children's Health Foundation has improved the lives of Oklahoma children with research, education, and care. For more than 40 years, Children's Health Foundation has raised over $155 million towards 18 pediatric initiatives, including cancer and heart programs. 75% of Oklahoma pediatricians are supported by Children's Health Foundation, and every cent raised stays in the state of Oklahoma. Change kids' health, change the future. Learn more at chfkids.com.
Have you had a little fender bender and don't know where to get it fixed? Take it to Skunkworks Paint and Body in Sayre. They're a full-service paint and body shop with the skills to get the job done right. They also have computer color matching and custom paint for your motorcycle. All insurance providers are accepted, and they work with fleet services. Give Skunkworks Paint and Body a call for a free estimate today at 580-928-5005. You can also find their ad inside the Penny News.
Want to make 2026 your year of adventure? Book that trip and learn a new language with Babbel. Go ahead, make a resolution you can stick to. Now is the time. Babbel's New Year sale is here. Unlock all of the languages on Babbel with the lifetime subscription for 65% off. Just go to Babbel.com and start today. Babbel teaches you relevant words and phrases, so you can start speaking with confidence in as little as 3 weeks. And because Babbel's bite-sized lessons fit easily into your daily routine and are easy to remember, you'll be talking like a local in time for takeoff. Dive into the world of language learning content with Babbel's videos, podcasts, and stories from around the world, full of culture bites and language learning tips. Turn your daydream into a destination this year with Babbel. But don't wait. This offer ends January 15th. Get Babbel's lifetime access for less at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
A guy in Altus buys an RV from a fellow in El Reno. The transaction came about through the Penny News. The power of the Penny News is a force of nature.
Stay informed with the latest news from the energy industry on the Exploring Energy Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This show brought to you in part by Sustaining Oklahoma's Energy Resources, part of the OERB. Got some upcoming educational opportunities, a free Zoom meeting, 10 a.m., January 14th, Tier 2 reporting. Reporting, emphasizing when and how facilities must report hazardous chemical inventories in Oklahoma. The Emergency Planning and Community Right to Know Act, Tier 2 reporting. That's important. January the 14th, 10 a.m. Zoom meeting, SPCC training, oil spill prevention, control, and countermeasure, SPCC training. That's a Zoom meeting on January the 29th at 11 a.m. Brought to you by SOAR, Sustaining Oklahoma's Energy Resources, part of the Oklahoma Energy Resources Board, the OERB. Online, soer.oerb.com. Just go to soer.oerb.com, and I guarantee it, you'll be glad you did. Just click on the producer's education at the top. Then it will give you a drop down. You click on the workshops, and it'll take you right to the quick and easy registration page. Get yourself registered before the close of business, before the Tier 2 reporting. Do it before January 13th, 5 o'clock. SPC training, do it before January 28th. And do it now and then put it in your phone so you can remember it. Sustaining Oklahoma's Energy Resources. David Allen Guest. If you have minerals and royalties you need help, David Allen Guest is a certified mineral manager. He's your man. David's been doing it for himself and others for over 40 years now. Managing royalty and minerals is always changing. It's complicated. David has the experience to help you navigate through every aspect of it. David is truly a man of integrity, a man you'd be glad you're doing business with. So he'll get you the most out of your royalties. You hear that part? The most out of your royalties. He is an investment, not an expense. And if you find yourself in a situation to sell, David's a buyer of royalties, estates, probates, trusts, and bankruptcies. You need someone you can trust to help you navigate through that and not take advantage of you. David's that guy. 405-341-8698. David Allen Guest, certified mineral manager. That number again, 405-341-8698. Or look him up on the interweb and let him know you heard about it on the Exploring Energy radio show. We'll get back over here to my good friend E.J. Gredeman. We've lost our Facebook Live feed, but hey, we're still on the radio. That's the crux of it, for crying out loud.
There we go.
Okay, we've talked a lot about ASCO equipment. Now I want to talk about some of the projects you got going on. This Amazon situation over around Weatherford, and I had somebody say, that's a big AI data center. No, it's not. It's just an inventory hub, right?
I'm guessing. I don't have any information on the build itself. I mean, I was contacted by a company, and they just said, hey, we've got a very large build coming this year. We're needing some quotes on some machines. Could you give us a list of your machines and price quotes and things? And he sent me a list of about 40 machines. So I sat down, worked on a list for him, and got everything together and kind of built him a little spreadsheet on how we do things and how our prices are sitting. And then it wasn't until a couple days later that I started seeing the Amazon stuff on Facebook. It's they're doing it over there by the airport road in Weatherford. And so the next time I had contacted him, just checking in, making sure he got everything, making sure he got what he needed. And I was like, "Are you guys building that Amazon?" He's like, "Oh yeah, we're going to be doing all the dirt work for it, and we're going to be helping with the build and things like that." It's like, that's awesome, great. We would love to have that in Weatherford for sure. It's going to bring tons of jobs. But it's just nice seeing these guys, and I don't even know where this company's from. I really don't. They could be from New York, L.A.,
Atlanta, who knows, right?
But they're calling me. They're calling ASCO, which is a huge pat on the back, I believe, to ASCO and the pedigree that they have. But just big jobs like that are, yes, they're probably making their phone calls to different places, but whenever you get out here, you've got Oklahoma City, and you've got kind of your regulars that are nationwide, your United Rentals, your Herc, your things like that, Equipment Share. But then you've got ASCO that is really just in Texas, and then 3 stores in Oklahoma, and 1 in New Mexico, Clovis. But it's just a much smaller company, smaller ran company, but we're still getting that phone call, still competing with those huge, massive organizations on these jobs like this, and we'll continue to do so. And it's just nice to see.
Yeah, like I said, the way I understand it, it's going to be a big old warehouse, and it's going to help them deliver same-day service to people in western Oklahoma, like they do in the metro area.
Yeah, I've seen from the list of the equipment that I gave him, it's got to be huge. Because, they're very extensive list. They're talking 48 machines, not just your small.
Thousands and thousands of square footage.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah. And they're going to need people to work forklifts,
all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. The whole deal. It's good stuff. I'm glad to see that coming to western Oklahoma. Yeah. Still got the spaceport situation. We talk about it from time to time, but it's definitely here. It's happening, and they're going forward with the infrastructure in that part of the world too.
Yeah, I've been trying to watch on our little program, seeing whenever they start doing their bids for their next hangars. I haven't seen it. I don't know if they're doing in-house bids or what, but I try to go out there every once in a while just to find somebody, talk to somebody. We've had a couple machines out there in the past on this previous hangar. They're doing runway work right now.
Right.
Tearing up that old runway and repouring all that. But I've just been trying to stay on top of it. It's a huge job. It's a huge job. It's going to take them a while. Bringing
5-6 hangars they're talking about, right?
Huge hangars.
They're big, yeah.
I can't even
like a 747 big.
Yeah.
Inside the building.
Yeah, it gives you what's that fear? What's that fear?
Giganticism or
something like that, where you're scared of big things.
Oh.
That's what I got.
Thank
now.
God my wife wouldn't like that.
That's what I got now after walking into that hangar. Yeah. No, but they're huge, and the way that they're bidding them is pretty impressive. They're giving a lot of people different avenues of catching that business. It's not like one of those things where, man, we lost out. We're going to lose out on this next 4 years worth of work out here. No, you lost out on this one, but now you know, hey, this is the number.
Yeah.
Well, this is where this bid's going to go.
And you can still possibly get those little, hey, I gotta have that man lift over here in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on my way. You know, that kind of thing. So that's good, and that's how you build rapport with the customers.
Oh yeah.
You know, if they know that you want to service them, whether you're getting one piece of equipment or the entire job, and you bust your backside to get it to them, that's service, man. I mean, anybody can provide products. Good companies provide constant service. You know, and I know that's how you were wired, man.
Oh, dude. I mean, I'm, for lack of better words, I'm a people person. I mean, I enjoy making sure that whoever I'm working with, whatever it is, I mean, I'm selling you a newspaper. You know what I mean? I want it to be the best newspaper you got. And I want to check in on you constantly to make sure, hey, did you read that newspaper? Hey, did you see article whatever? You know what I mean? I want to make sure that your experience with whatever service I'm giving you is the best that you've got. And which is what I was actually pulling up, just ASCO equipment. I was looking at it just to see, because we've been working on building our internet profile, making sure that, hey, if somebody's in Elk City and they type in rental equipment,
near me,
we're there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I was looking. We've got a couple of reviews on here that I hadn't seen, but I enjoy seeing.
SEO, search engine optimization. Yeah, I understand.
I enjoy seeing them on there. I mean, there's a lot of guys that didn't know us, didn't know of ASCO, just had a job out here and did that. It's like, hey, rental companies. And we popped up and they used us. Then they go and leave us a nice review. And it's always nice to see that.
You know, and that's the other thing that I found about ASCO from people that I've talked to that have used you. And that's like, you got that one guy, he's got a 380 case backhoe, and he wants to trade it in. He wants to get something a little newer, a little better. When he contacts ASCO, you're going to treat him just like somebody that wants to buy 10 of those.
Exactly.
And that makes a huge difference. And then also finding something that will fit his budget. You know, because these guys, they understand, okay, yeah, you get it on a payment plan, but is it an affordable payment plan? You know, what am I going to get out of my old piece of equipment? What can, to put toward the new piece of equipment, the trade-in value and those kind of things. And you said it that, Bart is on that side of it, Jeremy, the branch manager, and yourself. Everybody knows kind of what's going on. And if it's not your expertise, it's not in your lane, the guy right next to you, that is his lane, and you're gonna get a hold of him and make it happen.
Yeah, and it's not one of those things I make sure to do this because I've had it done to me multiple times where you call who you think you're supposed to call, and then they're like, hey, this isn't me. You're gonna have to call back and call this other person. Yeah. It drives me crazy. I don't do that. If you call me and you're like, hey, I need to buy a SkyTrack. Okay, great. What do you need? You give me your information. I don't mind being your contact. Let me get all of your information. I will get that to Bart. Bart will call you within an hour.
Yeah.
And he'll have whatever he needs as he calls you. That way it's done. You don't have to explain yourself more than once. You don't have to do any of that. I want to make sure that I can do my part so that Bart has less work on his shoulders. He does the same for me. Jeremy does the same for both of us. We do the same for parts for Blake. I mean, it's just, we're all pushing for ASCO. I'm not really pushing to get a bigger paycheck, neither is Bart. We're pushing to get ASCO out there to make sure our customers are happy. They continue to come back to us because that's what's going to build your reputation especially in Western Oklahoma, is just continuing to service your customers the right way, not throwing them to the wolves or just throwing them off and saying, he just wants to buy a $500 bucket. We'll deal with him
big deal,
in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Next.
Exactly. That's just not what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're going to figure out what you need. We're going to find it. We're going to get it to you.
So the best way for people to get a hold of you, I'm going to have you stick around and help me with that last segment, but best way to get a hold of you, online, cell phone.
Cell phone, 580-243-9233. Stop by the store. I've got cards. I've got big pamphlets with a pretty picture of me sitting in a skid steer on there. Pick up one of those cards.
65th anniversary or something like that?
Something like that, yeah. It's 65th anniversary card, but it's a pretty picture, man. I got long hair, and it's all nice.
Yeah.
But, go in there, grab a card. So we got my number, my email on there. Or you can just call the store. I don't even have the store's number memorized, but call the store, stop in.
It is 323-3422.
There she is right there. Yeah, call the store. Blake or Adrian or Jeremy will pick up, and if you just tell them, hey, I'm looking to rent something, there's a direct line that goes right to my phone, wherever I'm at.
Stop in at 513 West 20th Street, too.
Yeah,
just check things out, even if you're just on a fact-finding mission.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you don't see what you need in there, don't let that discourage you, because we've got it. We might not have it on the yard, but
you
it's
still got
somewhere.
your motorized concrete bucket?
Yeah, I got it. It's in there. Yeah. I might end up buying it because I'm fixing to have to pour so much concrete.
Boy, that thing's a pretty shiny little piece,
is,
and
man.
it sure beats the old wheelbarrow.
Yeah,
you know
just
what I'm
needs
saying.
a TV screen.
There you go, and a seat.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to continue our visit and have the mop-up segment. You're listening to the Exploring Energy Radio Show here on 96.5 KECO.
This is the Exploring Energy Show.
Briley Baca is an investment advisor representative of and advisory services offered through Royal Fund Management, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Every dollar you save for retirement has a silent partner, and it's your crazy Uncle Sam. He's waiting with his hand out, ready to take a chunk of your IRA, your 401k, and even your Social Security if you're not careful. But here's the truth. You can fight back. With the right strategy, you can keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket and out of Washington's. At Advanced Financial Strategies, we specialize in family wealth management, helping families in Western Oklahoma cut down on future tax bills, maximize income, and keep control of their financial future. Don't wait for the IRS to decide how much of your retirement you get to keep. Call me, Briley Baca, a certified financial planner professional here in Clinton, at 323-6800, or visit our website, retirewithbaca.com. Advanced Financial Strategies, your money, your future, your choice.
You got 5-6 tractors out there. You got a dozer, a traco, a grader, something like that. I mean, you go through a lot of oil in a season. I mean, you'll use a few hundred gallons in a season. So here at Camrock, we have the same specification oil as the other brand, where people think that they have to use that for a certain color on their tractors and stuff like that. But we have the same oil specifications as they do. Works just as well, does the same thing, lubes it just the same. Price comparison is, it's not even a comparison. We have a better price than anybody around on that type of oil. They can come in and talk to us, see what they want, or give us a call, and we can come out, see what they have, fill their tanks, set them tanks. That's what we've done here in the past. We've converted a lot of farmers over to our brand, our house brand of motor diesel oil. The price savings it's huge for them. We sell it to oilfield companies also. They use it in frac pumps, and they're not happy, you know it, and it's working great for them. Camrock is the name of the company. It's 2111 South Main, Elk City, south of Fred's Steakhouse. The price savings it's huge for them.
Hey folks, this is EJ Gretaman with ASCO Equipment out of Elk City, Oklahoma. If you need rental equipment, I got your back. From excavators to wheel loaders, telehandlers, and forklifts, we rent the brands that you know and trust. With flexible terms, responsible service, and expert support, we're here to keep your job on track. Need equipment? We're on it here at ASCO Equipment. Visit ascoeq.com or stop by our Elk City branch, 513 West 20th here in Elk City, Oklahoma, or you can just give me a call, 580-243-9233. Appreciate it, folks, and y'all have a blessed day.
Can I ask you a basic, somewhat obvious question? Energy, agriculture, gas, oil, beef. Is it possible to talk about one without talking about the other?
Not standing over a gas-operated flat top, I suppose, next to a bunch of gas-operated fryers.
Gas, and more gas. I live in California.
Yeah.
Maybe you've read. Somebody somewhere has waged a war on gas stoves.
I've heard that. I've heard that.
Thoughts?
In a nutshell, I prefer to cook on gas stove.
There it is. It's official.
See their stories at oerb.com/micro.
We rent most everything, from backhoes to mowers to lifts and chainsaws. DJ's Rentals and Sales, 225-1400 on South Main in Elk City.
This is the Exploring Energy Show.
This show brought to you in part by Fred's Steakhouse, home of the $4.99 chicken fried steak served daily, hand-battered country gravy, house-made mashed potatoes. And they're also your destination for fresh USDA-graded beef, ribeyes, New York strips, filet mignon, sirloins, hand-cut daily by the in-house butcher. Fred's has numerous side options available, fresh salads, freshly baked rolls made daily in their in-house bakery, 7 kinds of chicken, man, grilled barbecue, teriyaki, fried chicken, baja, mushroom, and seafood, maybe grilled or fried shrimp. They've got grilled salmon. They've got freshwater catfish, fish tacos. Fred's also has appetizers, sure to please everyone. Cap off your dining experience with fresh in-house made desserts. And Fred's also has a full-service bar with your favorite cocktails, specialty drinks, wines, and ice-cold beer. You can order online in the Chow Now app or call them at 243-2100. Located at 2107 South Main Street in Elk City, Fred's can also host a private event if you wish. Open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. That's Fred's Steakhouse. All right, if your power goes out at midnight, you can call Carter Electric. They provide 24-hour emergency electrical service. They're going to provide you this hour's weather forecast. You want to make sure the power stays on regardless of the weather? Well, Generac Generators, the number one name in home and business generation. Carter Electric is an authorized Generac generator dealer. They can size it, sell it to you, install it correctly, professionally, and then come back and service it. You know, Kervin and Mary Orgain, if not, well, they're the ones who own Carter Electric. They help you see the light of day even at night. And Carter Electric has pole trucks, man lifts that get way up high if there's a problem up there. Licensed, insured, trusted. It's Carter Electric, 225-2447, 225-2447, providing you this hour's weather forecast, the service of Carter Electric. Now, my lovely assistant's on vacation for a couple weeks, so now my lovely assistant, DJ Gredeman, is going to give us the weather forecast. What do you got over there, buddy?
I'm all about working, buddy. Hey, listen, today is sunny with high near 67, north wind 6 to 14 miles an hour, with gusts up to 21. Wednesday looks mostly cloudy with a high near 68, south-southwest wind 8 to 15 miles an hour with gusts up to 23. Thursday, we finally get some rain, a 20% chance, I guess. Chance of showers before noon. Sunny with near 66. Southwest wind is 11 to 21 miles an hour. Could gust up to 31. Listen to that wind in that new house. You want to talk about hearing it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Friday, we got another 20% chance of wind showers, or chance of rain showers afternoon. Mostly sunny with a high near 50. Weekend looks pretty sunny. Sunny with a high near 54. And then Sunday, sunny with a high near 56. So hopefully we do get some rain Thursday, Friday. It'd be nice.
Oh, man, any kind of moisture. Well, just to follow up, megalophobia.
Is that what that is?
Megalophobia.
Megalophobia.
Yeah. Megalophobia.
Or you walk into that hangar over there, or you're Shawn's wife, and you you've got it.
you can sure make it happen. I just wanted to make sure that I gave that information to our listening audience this morning. Here's some energy news in my briefs. A defiant Nicolas Maduro declared himself the president of my country as he protested his capture and pleaded not guilty on Monday to the federal drug trafficking charges that the Trump administration used to justify removing him from power in Venezuela. Vistra Corp says it's buying Cogentrix Energy in a deal estimated at $4 billion. Vistra Corp says it's buying Cogentrix Energy in a deal estimated at $4 billion. Cogentrix is indirectly owned by North Carolina-based Quantum Capital Group, which bought the company from Carlyle Group in early August, while Carlyle bought the company from Goldman Sachs back in 2012. Baker Hughes, an energy technology company, announced Monday the successful closing of the sale of its precision sensors and instrumentation product line to Crane Company. PSI includes the Druck, the Panametrics, and Reuters Strokes brands, and the company had announced the divestiture in July of 2025. Baker Hughes, talk about an outfit that's been around the oil and gas industry for many, many moons. After months of speculation, AT&T confirmed Monday it will exit its longtime home in downtown Dallas in a move that will have huge ramifications for the city and the wider region. It's moving its headquarters to Plano, Texas. NextEra Energy, Inc. announced that members of the senior management team will participate in various investor meetings throughout January. They plan to discuss, among other things, long-term growth rate expectations for NextEra Energy. Tech companies and developers looking to plunge billions of dollars into ever bigger data centers to power artificial intelligence and cloud computing are increasingly losing fights in communities where people don't want to live next to them or even near them. The old NIMBY, not in my backyard. Beginning in January, Duke Energy will implement changes to customers' bills reflecting investments to recover from damage caused by Hurricane Helene, strengthen the electric grid, maintain and upgrade power generation assets, and serve a growing customer base in South Carolina. Here's some from around the world. OPEC OPEC Plus will likely maintain steady oil output at its meeting on Sunday. OPEC Plus delegates said despite political tensions between key members Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates and the U.S. capture of the president of smaller producer Venezuela. A Chinese nuclear marvel under construction is making headlines for safety, redundancy, air pollution savings, and the ability to provide power to 5 million people. The Zhaoan nuclear power plant in coastal Shandong have 6 reactors on site. The generators will replace 16.8 million tons of coal and prevent 50.9 million tons of heat-trapping air pollution yearly, Nuclear Energy Engineering International reported. And plans to be the largest particle accelerator in the world. China's Circular Electron Positron Collider, the CEPC, was meant to be about 100 kilometers or 62 miles long. That's much bigger than the CERN's Large Hadron Collider with approximately 27 clicks, 27 kilometers circumference, or nearly 17 miles. These systems, especially the LHC, play a huge role in studying how the universe began during the Big Bang Theory. Come on, boys, if you want to figure it out, get you a Bible. That's my recommendation. But yeah, 62 miles is how far they will shoot that electron down that tube. And then it just keeps gaining speed. And then at the end, somebody's standing there with like a knife to split it. Yeah, if you're the guy holding that knife, you got a lot of time to get ready for it. Africa's new gas frontier will be dominated by Nigeria's decades of gas. Senegal Mauritania's cross-border hubs, Mozambique's FLNG build-out, and Tanzania's long-awaited LNG framework. Indeed, LNG exports from sub-Saharan Africa are forecast to surge by nearly 175%, to hit 98 billion cubic meters per year from 2034 to 35.7 billion cubic meters in 2024. Many households and businesses in southwest Berlin, not Berlin, I'm talking about Berlin, Germany, faced days without electricity after high-voltage power lines were damaged by a fire, which city authorities said Sunday was a result of a politically motivated attack by left-wing extremists. It never fails to enlighten me on how they think that the MAGA are the big troublemakers. The scourge, yeah. And you know what? It's the left that, burn cars in cities and loot and pillage and plunder. It's just pretty crazy stuff. All right, here's some stock prices of local interest. Music starts. AEP up 35 cents to 114.50. Apache Corporation down 30 cents, trading at 24.18. Baker Hughes Company up 10 cents, trading at 49.18. ConocoPhillips down 50 cents, trading at 98.74. Devon Energy Corp down 6 cents, trading at 36.50. EOG Resources down 25 cents, trading at 105.92. Expand Energy Corp down $1.28 to 105.54. General Electric Corp down 62 cents to $3.23.71 per share. Halliburton Company down $1.05 to $30.90. Helmerich and Payne down 27 cents to $30.90 a share. Liberty Energy down 75 cents to $18.77. Occidental Petroleum down up 65 cents to $61.84. OG&E Corp also up 5 cents to $42.24. One Oak down $1.31 to $72.34. Phillips 66 down $2.25 to $137.73. Sandridge Energy down 18 cents, $13.76 per share. Schlumberger up 5 cents to $43.85, and Williams Company down $1.04 to $60.12. ASCO Equipment, ASCOEQ.com. That cell phone number again?
580-243-9233.
Great job this morning, EJ. Appreciate it. Always looking forward to having you on the show, man. We got some Paragon TV. Okay. Tonight, it is Merritt versus Navajo at 6 o'clock, 6:30. Beaver at Leedy, Arapahoe, Butler, and Sweetwater's Boys Only, Sentinel at Cheyenne, Raiden. And we've got Canute at Arnett. 7:30, it's Navajo at Merritt Boys, and Sentinel at Cheyenne, Raiden, Canute at Arnett, Beaver, and Leedy Boys after. Thanks for listening. Have yourself a great day.